Hi, this is K. Gupta from Aquascaping. So today I'm going to show you how to build a 120 by 50 by 50 Amazonian river style biotope. This is the tank in front of you, and it's a beautiful 12 Rimless aquarium, and we are going to take the inspiration from nature and make an Amazonian biotope. So getting an Amazonian biotope it looks pretty easy, but you have to get the right inspiration. And I got my inspiration from a YouTube video, and I'm going to share the link. And underwater dive in the river, and I saw some scapes, and I logged on to one of the frames, and I really imagined if I could make the same scape in this tank. And then I started thinking about the layout selection, because in an Amazonian river there's a combination of multiple layouts, and to get that thing right in an aquarium and aquascape it's altogether a different thing. My taste is not making something random, but making something synchronized, because we have a rectangle in front of us and we have a limited space, whereas in nature you have a 360-degree view, and it merges. Even if there is an error, it merges. But when you are in a rectangle, small cube, I mean in front of river, it's a small cube, but for us it's a big tank, 120. In order to achieve that aquascaping nature and perfection, I wanted it synchronized. So I started thinking about what is the kind of stone and what is the kind of wood I'm going to use. So I've logged on to stream stone. It's a beautiful stone, and it merges with the Amazon biotope style. So you can see, you can check out the stone on the website also. And then there's Mongo sand. So it's a yellowish texture sand. And I think I'm also going to use some gravel, and a bit of gravel on the front side, maybe in the scape. I don't know how the scape guides me. I'm very unsure right now. And then after the scape is done, I'm going to add some woods, because the numerous videos I have seen of the underwater river, I've seen the woods are always coming from the top more, if you are talking about from the aquascaping language. So we are going to do a scape of the stones and sand before, and some gravel, and then we are going to add some woods as the scape guides us. So this is going to be a 3-part video, and in one part I'm going to guide you how to make a Amazonian style biotope, and in the next part we are going to do the equipment selection for this tank, and in the third part we are going to add the fishes, and we are going to take a final shot and see how it turns out. Before we get started, we have to add lights. So I've selected biotope special lights for it. I mean, one of my favorites is Ledstar Tyndall. So it's a RGBW light. It's specifically made for biotope type scapes, and I've never used that light, so I'm very excited. In fact, I've never made an Amazonian biotope till now. It's my first time, so I'm also a bit nervous, but it's okay. It's part of the journey, and equally excited. So we have to install the light, and because you won't be able to see the video properly as I escape through, and then we are gonna go select some woods and some stones, and when stones are selected, we are gonna pick some stones, and then we are gonna start scaping. So please be glued to the video, and let's get started. So we have completed the basic layout. I've added 3 bags of mango sand and 1 pack of 25 kg stream stones. I'm not very happy with the layout presently. I think I'll be able to communicate more once we are able to do the driftwood selection and have some driftwood options. So I'm also going to add aqua sand river gravel into this. The reason why I don't want to add too much of river gravel is I don't want the stones to mix up with the gravel, and eventually I want to separate them in a bit in the scape. So I'm going to add river gravel on top of this in the front side a bit and little bit on the back side, and with time the sand is going to come up. That's how it happens in nature, and we are going to add a lot of litter and botanicals in the front and the back. And my idea is to put the driftwood from the top to the bottom, so that way we have a beautiful angle. So come, let's select some driftwood now. So as you can see, we have some small collection of driftwoods over here. As we progressed with the scape, the stone and the sand is completed, and before I thought we would require smaller woods, I mean maybe 2 feet or about 1 feet, but the scape is asking for a slightly bigger wood. So I have a small collection over here, and let's select. And we're not gonna select large woods with a lot of width. We're gonna select woods which are thinner, having less width, and longer, and we don't want very straight shapes, and we're gonna have some curves and all, and we're gonna try to add 2 or 3 woods. I mean, let's see, we're gonna take at least 3 to 4 woods and we're gonna add it to the scape and see how it looks. Come, let's select. So we have completed the river scape, Amazonian biotope, and as you can see, I've gone a bit crazy on the scape. I mean, I didn't want it to look too symmetrical, and I wanted to give it a natural look. Now we have added mango sand at the base, 3 bags. Eventually, after some time, the sand will start mixing, and the gravel will go down and would make it give it a look more natural look. We used 2 woods eventually, and the space between the woods were not looking too good, so I added some gravel into that, and that's how the nature is. The sand would shift from the back to the front with some time, and we are gonna make it a black water. I mean, that's what we are planning till now, and the mimicking of the natural river, as I could see in the video, nothing was defined. So I tried my best not to define things, although we defined a bit of wood. Now we have given it a lot of space for the tetras to swim. I'm going to add another birch branch just from the top to cover this section a bit. The tank is 50 centimeter in depth and 50 centimeter in height, so it's given a lot of depth. We've got a lot of empty space, and that depth gives in a more natural look and more depth in the scape.